Welcome back to Miles Edgeworth Investigations. I'm Lead Event 64D. So recently we located a possible site of the murder, but we're forbidden entrance. And the last moment. If I can't get permission to investigate the crime scene, then the truth will be lost. Hold it! Hold it! Hold it! Okay. Mr. Edgeworth, what are you doing spacing out? Have you forgotten? There's only one thing you should do at a time like this. And what is that? When the people are in a bind, the hero of justice appears to save the day. Look, you just leave it to me. For I am Kay Faraday, the second of the great Yatagarasu. But I thought you were a thief, not a hero. Yatagarasu is noble and always a thief of justice. That's... of course! If we have enough information, I can recreate the inside of the haunted house with this. Plus, if we then factor in everyone's testimony, you can recreate exactly what happened when I dropped off the ransom money. You may be able to figure out some new information through this. It's worth a try. Agent Lang. Ah, so you want to use your little toy? Be my guest. Okay, hang on. You're about to witness the true power of a real modern-day Robin Hood. Detective Gumshoe. Is there a copy of the haunted house's blueprints among the police's reference documents? Yes, sir. We got it just in case we need it for the kidnapping case. Alright, I'll input the haunted house data then. What is this? Where are we? It's like we're inside the haunted house. Even if we can't inspect the real location itself, the path to the truth slumbers here. If I can successfully navigate my way using logic, I'll ultimately arrive at the truth. Now then, I believe I'm ready to investigate the crime scene. Alright, what should I recreate first? You haven't figured it out yet. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't, but I'm gonna make you do all the hard work. Very well. I'd like to inspect the moment at which I was ambushed by my abductor. The two of them were definitely in place at this time. If I can verify that, it may provide me with a new lead. I just come out of the hallway after leaving the money inside the dining room. At that time, I saw a badger slumped over on the floor at the end of the hall. Huh? What was the badger doing all the way down there? I also thought it strange. However, I thought that maybe it was simply a mannequin that was set there for the atmosphere. Do you know which badger it was? No, it was too dark to tell. All I saw was its silhouette. In that case, I guess I'll just program a badger silhouette in for now. Programming complete! It's there. Then I started walking towards the exit. That's when you were struck from behind, right? Yes. But that's odd. The hallway's a dead end. Where did the assailant come from? There's only one location I can think of. I believe my assailant was lying in wait. Here! That doll I saw wasn't really a doll. It was in fact a costumed kidnapper. Oh, so he used the costume as a perfect camouflage to blend in with the rest of the house. Precisely. He waited until I had made the drop-off and was about to leave. Then, just as he saw me take a step towards the exit, he stood and launched his attack. I can think of no better hiding place than this. Not bad. I'm beginning to think I should steal this tactic for myself. Just don't use it and do anything criminal, Kay. Well, Lance? What are you asking me for? As one of the kidnappers, I figured I should give you the chance to confess first. I was one of the kidnappers, but I don't know anything. I did come up with the haunted house, but I never set foot inside. I left Oliver in charge in picking up the ransom money. He didn't set foot inside. Is he telling the truth, or is this another lie? Alright then, you're claiming that it was Mr. Deacon who assaulted me? Yes, I'm sure it was him. Okay, importing the new info now. Mr. Deacon was the Bad Badger, right? Since the Bad Badger has a gun attached to his right hand, I'll have to change it so the weapon's in his left hand. Okay, now to verify the facts of the recreation. Let us begin. I can't believe what I'm seeing, sir! The space that I'm standing in, it's like out of some crazy dream. Except that it isn't a dream. This is something Kay's gadget. No, wait, this is exactly like a dream, sir! I've never been so impressed, it's a miracle! Someone sure is easily impressed. I'm so glad you like it! Oh, this is the product of your gadget? Now I wish I had one too. Well, once this is over, I'll let you play with it a bit if you want. You do that for me, bro? Thanks! Alright, let's wrap this case up quick. It's times like these that I wonder if they understand the seriousness of the situation. Well, Lang. Thanks for letting us use, Little Thief. Lang Z says, reject not those who seek the truth. So keep that in mind that I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing this for the truth. Don't worry, I understand. We have different methods, but our wish is the same. Have you noticed anything worthwhile? I have no obligation to talk with you. Well, I'm fine with just Little Thief in solving this case. That toy is very well made. Haha! It's because it's the heart of the noble thief Yatagarasu! Okay, that may not be something you want to advertise to everyone. So, Sheena, what exactly is sort of this extra-dimensional-like space? I believe this is nothing more than a projection from that girl's toy. So it's all an illusion, right? Yes. Hey, don't treat this like some sort of silly light show! Which it kind of is. You can lie all you want, Lance, but it will all be for naught. As soon as I expose the truth, you'll be placed under arrest. How can you do this? It's all my dad has done for you. What your father has done for me is unrelated to the charges you face now. Unbelievable. You know, you sound kind of like a bully right now, Mr. Edgeworth. If I'm not serious about this, he'll never understand the true gravity of his crimes. I will not allow him to remain a child forever. Now you sound like a dad. We need that sometimes. Miles, my boy, what is the meaning of all this? Do you plan to pay me back for all I've done for you with the conviction of my son? I have not forgotten my debt to you. However, your son's crimes are a separate matter. Further, I can't ignore the truth when it's right before me. You will regret this, I promise you that. No matter the outcome, I never regret the choices I make. Miss Pops, by my hand, I will prove your innocence in the murder of Mr. Deacon. Therefore, please don't fret. It will soon be over. Do you not trust me? That is... Your face is all beet red, Miss Pops. No, I can't. I have Lance. Lolly, don't tell me you like the guy more than me. That's... Oh, why am I so pathetic? I so easily swear by even a single glance. What exactly is she going on about? I think you have another guilty person in your hands, Mr. Edgeworth. I understand not what you mean. Now then. You didn't recreate the weapon. Well, I can't exactly recreate something I know nothing about. So tell me, what were you hit with? The attack came from behind, so I have no idea. But I doubt it was someone's bare hand. Okay, then where were you hit with? Where were you hit? I was hit on the right side of my head, just above my temple. There was a bit of blood, but it wasn't anything serious. Ouch, sounds painful. Why are you smirking like that when I say it? It's just your imagination. Now let's see. I wonder if there was anything in the hallway that could have been used as a weapon. Like was something the culprit could have used to hit you with? Thinking back to the hallway, there could have been one piece of evidence. I have it. There was indeed one such object lying here in this hallway. A prop sword. Are you talking about this thing here? Yes. Although we did find it at the kidnapper's hideout. Wait, yes! It's possible that the culprit took it with him after using it on me. To leave no evidence behind, right? Correct. It may be worth a more thorough examination yet. So, what test do you want to run in the sword? Luminol. The culprit was wearing a costume at the time, so our fingerprint analysis is useless. Let's run a luminol test instead. It's possible that some of my blood found its way onto this. Agent Lang, may I ask for your cooperation in this matter? Meh, like I have a choice. Gina, call the lab boys. Understood. Except for the dab on the left side, it would appear that the blade is spotless. So it must have been the left side of the prop sword that hit you then, right? Okay, I'll have the recreation with a new piece of info. Let's go inspect this a little closer. I want to think about the possibility of this... You know, the Bad Badger is pretty bad looking when you set him up close. See him up close. Well, what did you expect from a character named the Bad Badger? And those sunglasses! Wearing them in the dark makes them look extra bad. Okay, now I'm lost. Which meaning of bad does she really mean? It's me. I have to say, it's rather embarrassing to see myself like this. Oh, so what were you thinking about at the time? I don't recall, but I would guess I was thinking about the kidnapping. Really? Because I don't think so at all. Your face practically screams I'm about to be conked over the head. If I had known that at the time, do you think I would have let myself be hit? But I wanted to deduce about that sword. Something about it doesn't seem right. Because if I was hit on the left side... I was hitting the same side that has the handguard. Okay. I'm in the right temple with this. Although... Finally, I found a clear contradiction of facts about the sword! Except for the bit on the left side, the prop sword is absolutely spotless. However, if the culprit had used his left hand, the blood would be on the opposite side. The opposite side? Huh? If the culprit held the sword in his left hand, then the sword's right side would be hit. I see, but the blood was on the left side of the sword, right? Which means he used his right hand to hit you. Exactly. This prop sword is a large handguard attached to the hilt. It would be impossible to hold it with two hands while wearing the costume with such big hands. Therefore, if you couldn't be with the left or both hands, it must have been with the right. I'll change the data to reflect the right-handed swing. Not yet, Kay. There's no sense in changing anything yet. If you change the parameters to the right hand, it'll only create a new contradiction. Then the prop sword of the culprit's right hand would conflict with, not that specifically, the victim's costume. The Bad Badger already holds a gun in his right hand, so it couldn't hold a sword in addition. That's right! Then what now? If it wasn't with his left hand or his right hand, it means that the one who struck me could not have been the Bad Badger. Are you paying attention, lads? Mr. Deacon could not have been the one who struck me. Which leaves only you as the primary suspect. Fine, it was me, I hit you. It appears that you lied to me yet again, but see how quickly they catch up to you, Lance? Wait, isn't Lance left-handed? Ah, yes, but that's what makes this deception all the more interesting. He used his right hand to make it look like Mr. Deacon had been the one to strike me. For you see, firing a gun with one's non-dominant hand is difficult. But that level of dexterity isn't required to swing a prop sword. Okay, please input this new data. The one who hit me from behind was Lance. Or should I say, the Proto-Badger. You got it! Here we go! Now we have a faithful recreation of the situation around the attack on me. Alright, all I have to do is examine this new recreation and... And what exactly is so funny, Agent Lang? That amusing little gadget. It sure packs a punch, right, Sheena? Yes. It was all I could do to hold my laughter in. Hey! Don't make fun of little thief, you mean old werewolf! He and Mr. Edgeworth bring out the best in each other. You had your little fun, but now it's my turn. I've sat quietly by listening. But the crude conclusions you two keep spewing doesn't whet this wolf's appetite. There's no guarantee that your toy will always show the real situation at any given time. All it displays is whatever information you put in there, right? Well, when you put it that way, your suppositions are wrong. It's not your fault, so I'm gonna let you in on this. There's a trick to this haunted house. And what may that be exactly? A trick beyond what your tiny imaginations can produce. Gina! Here you are. Now then, what you missed, girlie, is written right here in the pamphlet. The 7 Wonders of the Haunted House. The Disappearing Badger. What is this? I said someone around here is fond of theatrics. As you can see, they set a doll down at the end of the hallway for that purpose. Basically, the blue badger you saw was just a stupid doll. How could this be? Guess that throws your whole theory about it being your attacker right out of the window. but that can't be right. Maybe the culprit hid the doll somewhere. And then he laid down and pretended to be it instead. And if the criminal couldn't even hide himself in the hallway, how could he hide a giant doll? You get it now? Thanks to your presumptions. Your logic started off weak and led you to a completely wrong conclusion. Now get off your high horse! It's Edgeworth. Okay, I wonder if you could please input the new information for me. You don't know when to quit, do you? I can't quit, not until I can declare that I found the truth. Agent Lang, for the additional information, you have my thanks. There you go again. See if I care. Alright, I'm updating the recreation now. Looks really weird. Look at how it changes from the blue badger into the proto badger all of a sudden. If the slumped over badger was just a doll, where was my attacker hiding? Well, that's what we're gonna find out, right? So come on, Mr. Edgeworth, let's go! Yes, let's. Recreation can't be right, which means there must be a contradiction somewhere. Let's go for a walk. This is where the proto badger showed up in the recreation. Yes, now the question is, where did he come from? Yeah, but there's no place to hide in our current model. There must be an inconsistency somewhere. When you take a look around, it almost feels more like a house of mirrors. Indeed, who's ever heard of this many mirrors inside a haunted house before? Well, at least we know this is the real crime scene, thanks to these mirror shards. Wait, these shards. There's something different about them. Oh? The ones we found earlier are thicker than the shards of these mirrors on the wall. Look, there's some sort of design in the back. Pieces of the costume are certainly different from the other mirrors. What does this mean? Could it be that our pieces are not pieces of these mirrors? Well, let's go look it over. Huh? Blue Badger is just a doll for use in the haunted house. Now the one who killed this Blue Badger was the Bad Badger, right? According to the Blue Badger Bible, it says that they are each other's worst enemy. All because of one ally of justice and the other is a vile criminal with a gun? Perhaps they were just destined to battle each other. Much like the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate. I think for a moment. It's the only piece of logic I have. Do I have anything I can deduce from this? Okay. Can't go that way. Pieces of the set of armor in a pile here. Why do you think they almost always have sets of armor inside haunted houses? I suppose this sort of interior design is meant to bring out a sense of the abnormality. Why do all your explanations have to be so hard to understand, Mr. Edgeworth? I'll try explaining it again, but this time so that even a thief like me can get it. That may prove to be the most difficult task. Huh. Let's see what I can do. What can contradict this? The disappearing badger. Seven wonders of the haunted house. Disappearing blue badger. That has something to do with this. Complete contradiction of this piece of evidence. Okay, maybe it's not a complete contradiction. Hold on, Mr. Edgeworth. Which is it? Is it a contradiction or not? Sorry, I don't quite know. There is something wrong with this scene, though. It must have. Not much I know for sure. Or maybe it's just a trick of the eye. No, it can't. That can't be it. But something is wrong with this. I think it's... I'll look over my data one more time. It definitely is the blue badger. No, not that one. Justice who keeps the peace. Hold on, what? I think I see it now. I can definitely deduce from this. Or maybe not just there. I meant this spot. Hold on a second here. There's something wrong with this blue badger, now that I've looked at everything. Huh? Like what? The way the belt is on him is opposite of how it should be. Did you make a mistake? Can't be. I imported the image data exactly as it is in the pamphlet. So why is the blue badger dressed up in reverse? I can think about it. If the badger's in reverse, but this is a house of mirrors, then... is it possible that... Kay, do you remember what you said earlier? What I said earlier about what? About how this building might as well have been a house of mirrors. House of mirrors? Oh, that would explain the reversed or mirror image! Yes, the blue badger might not be nothing more than a reflected image of a real one. Then, was the blue badger you saw just a reflection? When I looked down into this hall, I thought it was perfectly straight. However, there was a mirror. Oh, then it would actually be an L shape, right? Precisely. I was deceived. The hallway was almost pitch black, and there was a beam in the way that obstructed my view of the other hallway. Wait, why build this place like that? That sounds pretty pointless to me. Okay, this house is just another attraction for an amusement park. They created a mirror wall for a very specific purpose. One I can point out to you. This is the reason they built the mirror wall. Because they wanted a disappearing badger. It is as written in the pamphlet. The main draw of this attraction is the mystery of the disappearing badger. You mean they built the mirror for that trick alone? But you said you saw the badger, so it was definitely still there. And that was true, but at the time, however, doing this allows someone to make the blue badger disappear in a flash. All you have to do is move the mirror wall. To remove the reflected image, simply move the mirror. First, the mirror was constructed so that it could be moved. Then beyond where the mirror was, an empty hallway had been created. Oh! So that's why they wanted people to see the blue badger. They would open the mirror. When they wanted to hide it, they simply had to close it again. It explains why the other side of these fragments have a design on them. Oh, if the pattern was the same as the other walls in this hallway, then when the mirror is closed, it would blend in with the rest of the walls. This is the mirror trick that this haunted house employs. And this also proves the existence of a hiding place for the culprit. Huh? How so? Think about it, Kay. There was a place that was outside of my field of vision. The culprit kept out of sight by hiding here. There was a very large blind spot, one I could not see beyond, and it was here. If my assailant hid on the other side of the movable mirror, then you wouldn't have been able to see him. He didn't even need to do anything to the blue badger at all. Exactly. All he had to do was wait for me on the other side of the mirror. Wait, hold on. I just thought of something. Yes. Well, shouldn't the mirror wall be broken right now in reality? Since you have a few shards of it, you can possibly assume it is. It most definitely is broken. The question is, when was it broken? Since we found these inside the victim's costume, that would mean that the victim was there when the mirror was broken. Wait, that sounds... The sound I heard was most definitely the sound of the mirror breaking. Okay, I'd like you to input some new data. Ah, don't scare me like that! Sorry, but I need you to recreate something for me. Sure, whatever you need. So what do you need anyway? If you could first recreate this hallway just before I entered the dining room. You got it! Now this, I believe this is how it was right before I entered the dining room. Although at the time, I thought it was but a single straight hallway. And then I went inside. It was around then that I heard the sound of a mirror shattering. You heard what? Then? Yes, I believe it was then that the mirror was broken. Okay, so then, when you stepped outside of into the hallway again, the mirror wall should no longer exist. Okay, please recreate that. Got it. Wait, with the mirror gone, the culprit lost his hiding spot. So where did he go in his proto-badger suit, Mr. Edgeworth? That's easy enough. With the mirror gone, he simply hid himself in the branch hallway. Huh. I think this is that about wraps it up. Because I finally solved everything! No, not yet. An even larger contradiction has now reared its head. Huh? Perhaps you did not notice, but this recreation contains a very troubling inconsistency. The inconsistency between what I saw in the recreation lies here. Okay, take a good look at the end of the hall. Oh, there's no blue badger there! Exactly. The blue badger that I saw in reality is not here. This is the final point of this long chain of logic. The last remaining contradiction. Let me get this straight. When you came out of the dining room, you saw a badger, right? And that is precisely where the final contradiction lies. Something that shouldn't exist was there before me. Who or what do you suppose it was? I believe this is the real identity of a mystery badger. The victim! The badger I saw was, in actuality, the dead victim's body! What?! Agent Lang, the entirety of my complete logic is in my final, decisive piece of evidence. The murder happened in the hallway of the haunted house at the time of the drop-off. And you can consider the moment I heard the mirror breaking to be the real time of death for Mr. Deacon. No! Maybe it was due to their fighting, or perhaps it was a life-shattering bullet. But no matter what the cause was, the hallway's mirror wall was broken. Ha! You were in the house at the time, right? You telling me you missed the sound of a gunshot? There were a variety of sound effects playing at the time. All for theatrics, I assume. The gunshot must have blended right in. Ugh! Now then, I'd like you to recall something for me. Who was it that was with the victim in the haunted house? Who was the one who had the opportunity to rob the victim of his gun and use it on him? It was you, Latamano! I am sorry! It's not like I had a choice. Oliver turned on me all of a sudden. He snapped and turned violent right after I hung up with you. He shoved me to the ground and straddled me. I fought back as hard as I could, grabbed his gun. I shot him. The bullet must have went through his body and shattered the mirror. If I hadn't taken his gun and shot him first, I would have been the one you found. He's a hardened criminal. He escaped from jail. See? That's justified self-defense. My boy was only trying to protect himself. It remains to be seen, and will have to be resolved in court. Agent Lang, I leave the rest to you. As if you were the one in charge around here. Guys, arrest these two and get them out of my sight. Wait, I had nothing to do with this murder. The only person you should be arresting is Lance. Dad! Oh. Sorry, but you're not slipping away that easily, Mr. Ernest Amano. You tampered with the evidence so that you could cover for your son. What a great dad you are, willing to risk it all. Truly touching. By the way, do you know why I'm really here? And how could I possibly know the answer to such an asinine question? You wounded me. I came all this way across the sea just to see you, you know. You came to see me? What's that supposed to mean? I have a few things to ask you, Mr. Mono, about a case from 10 years ago. A case from 10 years ago? Oh, what's the name that you use here for that case? Gina! It's known as the KG-8 incident. The KG-8 incident? Oh, so you remember it! Good, then you'll recall that the trigger in that case was the Amana Group scandal. Specifically, the charge of an internal smuggling ring. Smuggling? That's that word again. At the time, the person that was arrested was a ringleader. It was Mr. Amano's very own secretary, Mr. Colin Deveray. Father! Even though you pushed the crime onto your then-secretary, Mr. Deveray, I always suspected that you were involved with the smuggling ring, Mr. Amano. Mr. Deveray was arrested in place of you. Which is why, when we broke out, you hid him from the police, right? You hid him in exchange for his silence of your little dirty secret. Now. Please calm down. I honestly have no idea what you're talking about. Pretend to be ignorant all you want. We're taking you down to the precinct anyway for a nice long chat. Who the heck was that? I'll take him down to the precinct if you don't mind. And who the heck are you? I'm Jock Portsman, and I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case. Oh, Jock, thank goodness you're here. Don't jerk me around. This is an Interpol case, so keep your paws off my suspect. Sorry, but I can't comply. I have the backing of the prosecutor office. See, in this country, we prosecutors work with the police to bring the cases to court. So, if you could please cooperate with me here, that'd be great. Now, how about a handshake to seal the deal? Sorry, but I hate prosecutors, the whole lot of you. Guys, arrest the 2 suspects. Sir! I almost forgot. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, is it? I'd like to thank you. Thank me? Yeah, for working so hard to fulfill my goal. Hey, is that any way to thank someone? And what the heck is that supposed to mean? You were so relentless with Lance that you forced Ernest to tamper with the evidence. Thanks to that, I finally had a legitimate reason to arrest him. So, how's it feel to bite the hand that feeds you? The hand that feeds me? I'm not sure I follow. Heh, no use pretending with me. You're the one, right? You're the corrupt prosecutor that's working for Mr. Romano in the smuggling ring, right? No, I would never do such a thing. What the heck? Our intel's never wrong! In your prosecutor's office, there's definitely someone working in the ring. Ah, so Agent Lang suspected my relation to Mr. Romano. That must be the real reason behind his antagonistic attitude. On top of that, your mentor is Manfred von Karma, right? There were no non-stop rumors flying around about forged evidence with that guy. You're not twisting the truth behind those closed courtrooms doors too, are you? The courtroom is a place where the truth is revealed. Well, don't worry. It's not only you. The whole lot of you can't be trusted. Prosecutor who never lost in 40 years? Every defendant must be found guilty? Fueled by those ideas, is it any wonder that courts produce nothing but falsities and lies? It would seem that his disdain extends beyond just me. Prosecutors, the courts? Why is this man so angry with all of us? Rest assured, the next time we meet, I won't be so forgiving. So don't you forget it. Please wait. Agent Sheena. Why does Agent Lang hate all prosecutors so? Lang is the head of the long-honored House of Lang in Zangfa. The heads of all police-related divisions in that country were of Lang blood. Were? What do you mean by that? Aren't they still? They were revered, but that was long ago. They don't hold any sort of sway anymore. And it was all because of the courts. How can that be? A prosecutor once withheld and tampered with the evidence one of the Lang detectives found. That evidence's purity is tarnished, and the cost of Long family... that evidence's purity was tarnished, and cost the Lang family's honor and trust. But not all prosecutors are like that! Even so, Lang will never respect the courts again. Or any prosecutor. So Agent Lang is a man who hates all courts, and is unwilling to forgive prosecutors. Man, what a piece of work that guy is. Come on, Jim. You better catch up. Yeah. We still gotta deliver that thing to the old man, after all. Detective Gumshoe, I believe it's time we wrapped up and headed home ourselves. Yeah. You going home too, Mr. Edgeworth? No, I've done nothing but be entangled in one mess after another since my return. If it's alright with you, can you drop me off in my office? No problem, sir. Excuse me. Yeah? What is it? Thank you very much. It's okay. No need to thank me, pal. Just doing my job as a detective. I guess I was fooled pretty badly by Lance. Oh, cruel fate! What's a woman to do if she's been hurt by the one she loves? And to think I never realized my father was right there. I never said anything to him. I knew it! I'm a failure! Oh, there she goes again, talking to herself. Miss Pops, I wonder if you know why your father participated in the kidnapping. No, I have no idea. Your father died while he was trying to stop Lance. Which means that from the beginning, he had no interest in the staged self-abduction. Wait, then why did he... I believe it was because of your presence, Miss Pops. Me? Lance realized that the two of you were related. Which is why he used you as a hostage to coerce Miss Deveray into cooperating. Father. As a felon, he could not tell you of his real relation or you. His real relation to you. However, as the Amana family butler, at the very least, he was able to watch over you. It was all that he could do, but that was the shape of his overflowing love for you. Go on, speak your mind. Thank you very much! You're welcome, although there is no need to thank me. No, Lawrence, stop! I mean, this man was older than... I don't understand. Looks like you've completely stolen her away, Mr. Edgeworth. Way to go, sir! The technique is way beyond the level of a great thief! What are you going on about now? Wow, your deducing skills may be sound, but you have no street smarts. That's Mr. Edgeworth for you. Yeah, I mean, he still hasn't figured out who I am at all. If you haven't remembered it all this time, I guess I'm just gonna have to say it. This isn't the first time we met, you know. What? What do you mean, pal? Mr. Edgeworth, how did you know this girl? Looks like you totally forgot me too, Gummy. Gummy? Here, maybe this'll jog your memories? I promised I'd return this to you one day, remember? That single piece of cloth took me back far into my past. To that fateful day, 7 years ago, when I first met the then-child Kay. And Detective Gumshoe. Turnabout, reminisce. This is Let's Play Miles Edgeworth Investigations on Luigi Fan 64D. See you next time when we go delve into the past. See you then.